Hi there, stop stealing money from yourself. And I'm saying so because a good number of people out there do some crazy things which actually rob them of their financial freedom, rob them of them retiring early, rob them of them having to be able to relax after they retire. That's what I want to talk about in this video. Those things which you do which actually are going to really derail you. And actually, I'm going to give you solution in regards to 7 things you need to do or even be keen on for you to be able not to steal money from yourself and in fact work towards obtaining your financial freedom much early. Guys, there is joy out there, for example, in you retiring early. You being able to invest to the extent you can and even so be able to live your life to the fullest. And I'm saying so because by default, our systems out there train you to be a citizen who is living paycheck to paycheck, and yet that isn't the way you need to be living. You are all much welcome to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna, and by the way, if you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. Subscribe because I'm out here each and every day bringing you awesome videos around personal finance, investing, business ideas, life lessons, you name it. Having said that, despite the severity of our life choices, despite our journeys in life, the end goal for all of us is we want to be financially free. We want to be able to purchase what we want without even looking at the price tag. We want to be able to live life to the fullest. And the irony of life is that all these things we're dreaming about are relative, because someone out there is able, for example, to afford everything you wish you can have in life in a single day. And even so, they could even be able to afford it with a single day's pay. That is how insane it is. Life is that ironical. That's why I'm sharing this video for you to be able to shape your future in a better way. Stop doing the things you are doing which are stealing from you. In other words, they are stealing your financial resources now. They are stealing your time. They are stealing your potential. And yet, you need to be working with precision towards you having a better future. How can you stop stealing from yourself? The very first thing is by you budgeting your resources, more so your money. Guys, budgeting is the very basic of tools out there which require for you to be able to plan your financial affairs. And I'm saying so because through a budget, you can be able to know the amount of money you're setting aside for example, expenses. Amount of money you're setting aside, for example, to cater for your liabilities, whether it is mortgage, whether it is you paying for your car and so forth. And also, most importantly, the amount of money you're setting aside for you to jump into assets. So ensure you budget. That is the basis of financial accountability. More so, if you're following your budget to the latter, you're going to work towards obtaining a much needed financial freedom. And I'm saying so because a funny thing I've seen out here, guys, your financial future, yes, to some extent, is actually pegged on how much you're making, how much you're earning, but more importantly, how you are going about utilizing how much you're making. I've seen, for example, someone out there making 10,000 in a month, okay? Another person out there making 100,000 in a month, and yet in a few years the person making 10k in a month is in a better life situation compared to the person who was making 100k in a month. All this because of life choices which most of the times are anchored in budgeting. If you budget and follow your budget to the latter, chances are you're gonna be able to utilize your money in a very, very wise way. And then the second thing you need to do for you to be able to avoid stealing money and resources from yourself is you managing your unreproductive or negative appetites. What do I mean? Each and every one of us out there have those negative kind of things, those unproductive habits which actually eat into our resources, whether it is time, money, you name it. For example, you could be out there, you're in life drinking alcohol, and yet you are unemployed, or even maybe you are making little amount of money. Why in the first place are you in love with alcohol if you don't really have money to even cater for your basics of need to the point whereby you can say you are comfortable? And I'm saying so because I've seen, for example, a good number of youth out there spending their entire monthly income on alcohol, spending their entire monthly income on partying. I'm not saying you shouldn't party. Yes, it is good to socialize. I'm just saying there could be better alternatives for you to socialize. Reason being, the money you're making could alternatively have been used, for example, to invest or even be used in a much better way, which can assist you have a better future life situation with regards to financial freedom, time freedom, you name it. I'm just saying you need to be very careful with regards to what your negative habits are. And by the way, negative habits are not just those kind of addictions out there. Even simple things like, for example, impromptu purchases. You walking just anywhere, you have a desire, urge to buy anything you're seeing. As long as you like it, you go ahead and buy it. Guys, that's also a negative aspect which you need to drop. So think about how best you can be able to drop these negative aspects, because in the long term, they are eating you working towards the much elusive financial freedom. Okay? And then the third way is by you learning additional skills, additional ways you can go about making money. The end goal you're targeting is for you to be able to make money and then get this money to work for you. One of the best ways to go about doing that is to scale up or multiply ways you're making money. And I'm saying so because, to give you an example, over half of adults out there who are on a salaried employment actually are very comfortable in their employment. I'm not saying you shouldn't be comfortable in your employment. I'm just saying beyond that, why not also develop other side hustles through which you can be able to make additional income. And by the way, this is very important because think about it. What is going to happen if you lose your job? Okay? Think about it. What is going to happen, for example, if you are incapacitated and you can't move, and yet you haven't built multiple streams of income to the extent that this money is working for you? It's going to mean you're going to keep going out there to work, even if you're working in painful situation, for you to be able to earn a living, which actually shouldn't be the actual desire. You need to build multiple streams of income. You need to have side hustles out there which can assist you make additional income for you to be able to live the life you desire to live. And then the fourth thing you need to consider for you to stop stealing from your future and your financial freedom is you investing. Start investing and start today. What do I mean? People out there think that for you to be able to invest, you need, for example, millions of dollars. You need, for example, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is never the case. You can start investing with whichever amount of money you have. Start small and then over time be able to grow that investment. And by the way, a good number of people out there are not investing because they are procrastinating. Procrastination is the biggest murderer in this world, because procrastination is actually murdering dreams out there. Procrastination is actually killing success out there. You need to stop procrastinating and start investing today. Start even with simple, for example, 100. Start with 1,000. Start with 10K. You name it. Whichever amount of money you have, start investing. And by the way, we have multiple investing techniques out there which you can use to even be able to scale up your investment over time. For example, a simple thing like dollar cost averaging. You can use dollar cost averaging to be putting down a given amount of money each and every month towards a given investment. And then over time, you're going to see how your principal investment is going to be growing and growing. Reason being, you're going to start seeing the returns on this investment. And talking about that, the fifth thing which you need to do for you not to be able to steal from yourself and not to be able to curtail yourself is you reinvesting any returns from your investment. Guys, I post because growing up, I saw two scenarios whereby I had two neighbors who both had retail shops. One of them, their shops never expanded over the year. And then the other one, their shop expanded real huge. In fact, they opened up multiple branches in the town I used to live in. I'm thinking about it. The second person actually was able to scale up their success. Reason being, they were actually plowing back what they were making. And then the first person didn't grow their business and actually eventually ended up closing their shop. Reason being, they were actually feeding off everything they were getting as a return. So They saw their business as a conduit to be able to assist them meet their basic appetites. They didn't think about it as a conduit to assist them grow their value, grow their brand, to be able to expand their businesses over time. You as a savvy investor, think about how you can be able to plow back your returns, whether it is in the same investment or even a related investment out there. Whichever kind of investment, think about reinvesting your returns. And I'm saying so because if you can be able to reinvest your returns, this is the only way you can see exponential growth in this element, which is actually called compounding. You not cashing out what you're getting as return, rather plowing it back for you to be able to continue increasing your returns at a faster rate. And this actually works magic. Millionaires out there, billionaires out there know that, and that's what they tap into for them to be able to see their wealth increase much, much faster. And then the sixth thing you need to do is you utilizing low cost leverage or debts out there for you to be able to do what you desire. As long as you have a plan with regards to how you're going to be able to pay a given debt out there, debt is never bad. Debt is good. You using debt in an ideal way and actually having a plan on repaying this debt is one of the best things you can do for yourselves, because it's going to assist you be able to take part even in a mega project out there, the kind of project which is going to require for you maybe to invest tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars out there. You can tap into leverage for you to be able to execute and then be able to repay this loan either through income from this particular venture or even other sources out there. By the way, I've seen multiple people out there say, for example, leverage or debt is bad. Debt is only bad if you are borrowing to consume. But if you are borrowing to put in a solid business, to put in something you know is going to give you a return, debt is good. More so that low cost, no risky debt. I'm talking about unsecured credits from banks, for example. I'm talking about maybe different governance schemes out there which can assist target audiences out there, like for example, money earmarked for entrepreneurs and so forth. All these are good conduits which are going to assist you be able to tap into debt financing and work with this debt financing to realize your dream. And then the seventh thing which you need to do all the time for you to be able not to steal from yourself and even so not to be able to kill your dreams is you motivating yourself. Look here guys, you are the biggest motivator to yourself. Before someone out there claps for you, clap for yourself first. Before someone out there taps your back, tap your back each and every day, telling yourself you're doing great, because you are your only motivator. Out here, people clap for you, tap your back, more so if they think they're gonna benefit something over time, or even so if they think you have the closest of relationships. You need to be your own cheerleader for you to be able to push yourself to the limit with regards to the possibilities at hand, with regards to investments, and then over time, you're gonna see the power of you tapping your back and even so occasionally celebrating the small wins out there so that you have that energy, you have that motivation to keep going even when things are tough. And by the way, journey to success out there has never been tough. You're gonna encounter tens of failures out there before you realize even two successes. So keep motivating yourself, and then over time, you're gonna be able to make more and more money because you're gonna be able to actualize your potential. What do you think about this video? From today henceforth, stop stealing money from yourself. Stop stealing time from yourself. Stop stealing potential from yourself. And then you're gonna be able to actualize your lifetime potential. Cheers guys, I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye bye and you all take care.